Howdy, folks, and welcome to an all-new, all-by-ear lesson on Monroe's music. This one's going to be focused on old Ebenezer Scrooge. There's no better Monroe mandolin tune. There's no better mandolin tune in general. 4 parts through in a minor key, really dynamic, really crafty, really sneaky, a lot of fun to play. So let's go ahead and listen to the original recording off the Master of Bluegrass album, 2 times through. Here we go. All right, so as you can see, this is a mighty mountain to climb. Let's listen a little slower, and then we'll break it apart phrase by phrase. Okay, so let's listen to this first line. It goes 4 times. Lucky for us, we just have to learn it once. Sounds like this. All right, so let's break that down a little bit. Here's the first phrase. All right, so it starts with an eighth note on the second fret of the D, then 2 open A's, then 3 2 open, and you come down to the D string, 5th fret, with an upstroke, then a downstroke. So 2 open, 3 2 open, 5 5, and that last 5th fret of the D is an eighth note. So dum da gi da di da dum dum, and after that last eighth note there, it goes 2 5 2 open open open. So from the last eighth note on the 5th fret of the D, dum ba di da dum dum dum. So let's put all that together. Sounds like this: 3 and 4 and dum da da dee da da dum dum ba da da dum dum dum. And the next line sounds like this: dum da da dee da 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 dum dum. So starting on the second fret of the G, eighth note, dum, then 2 open A's, da da, then 3 2 open, 3 2 open. So dum da da dee da da, upstroke on the 5th fret of the D, down to the 2nd fret, 2 5th fret notes on the D, upstroke on the 2nd fret of the A, then open A, then 1 more 8th note on the open A. So dum da da dee dee da 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 dum dum. So let's put together the whole line. Sounds like this: 3 and 4 and dum da da dee da da dum dum ba da da dum 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 boom da da dee dee da 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 dum dum. And lucky for us, it just goes 3 more times. So let's play this line 4 times in a row. Ready and go and. 2 more times. More time. Okay, so now let's play it just a little bit faster. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Two more times. All right, so let's listen to this first line of the B. Sounds like this. All right, one more time. All right, so we're sliding from 5 to 7 on the A into the E string. And a 1. 2 open E's, then 3 open. Then a quick little slide from 6 to 7 on the A string into the E string. Down, up, down there. So, and then open E. And this part's going to sound like this. So open E to an upstroke on the 5th fret of the E, and you're going to stay there for 6 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the next stroke, you're going to come up with your little finger to the 9th fret of the E. So all together, that sounds like this. All right, so let's play that. 1 and 2. And then the next phrase sounds like this. So open, open, open. 3 open E's. Then 3 open 5. Dum ba da 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 da. Open A. 3, open, 2, 5, open, 5th fret of the D on an upstroke down to the 2nd fret. Dum ba da dee da la ba dum bum ba da 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 da. All right, so let's play those two phrases together. Here we go. 1 and 2. All right, so this next line starts out just a little bit differently. So the first line started out, and a 1. And you get to that note, and then the second line starts out right on the downbeat with the slide. Okay, so the first time it's and a 1, and the second time it's just right on the downbeat. And then here's where it changes. Sounds like this. All right, so open E. 3, 2, 0, 5, 5. Open D. 2, 5, 5, 2. Open. La da 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 do 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 do. La da 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 do 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 do. All right, so let's play those first two lines. And let me just point out one more thing if you want to get a real cool Monroe sound. When you're coming up, you can kind of brush those last two fretted notes, the 5th fret of the D and the 2nd fret of the A. You can kind of brush them together for more of the Monroe sound. It's kind of hard to play slow, but once you get going. Also, another way you can approach it is just going. You can accent the 2nd fret of the A a little bit more, but he's getting a little teeny little brush stroke of the 5th fret of the D in there. It sounds like this. All right, so the third line is just like the first line, except he doesn't put those little slides in there. It sounds like this. All right, so the first time we were going, and on the second part of the B, he leaves those out. And this is the way that you usually hear it played. But on the first half of the B, he's definitely getting those little slides in there on both lines. So the second half of the B does not have those, and so it's a little bit easier. And then here's where it changes. So the ending lick, he's sliding 5, 6, 7 up into the 7th fret of the D along with the open A. Okay, so let's play the back half of the B. 2 lines. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. All right, so now we're getting into the hard stuff. Let's have a listen to the C part. Sounds like this. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so now let's listen to this first line one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, just a little bit slower. 3 and 4. All right, so he's kind of jumping into this from the end of the B part. So let's check that rhythm out a little bit. He's jumping in there on the and of 4. And. All right, so let's make sure we get this little rhythm right. All right, so and 2, and then he's sliding down. So the way that the slide works, and this is kind of one of the signatures of the whole song, he's starting out on the 6th fret of the G with his ring finger and the middle finger on the 4th fret of the D. Okay, and that's sliding up to the 9th fret of the G and the 7th fret of the D. These are all downstrokes. And 2, and then he's sliding down, and you're just going to kind of, follow those notes down to kind of where they started with the slide, which is back down to the 6th fret of the G and the 4th fret of the D. And this is a really tricky move that comes up right here. It sounds like this. Okay, let's look at that again. So this is after the slide down. It's an open G, 8th note, 4th fret, open D, 5th fret of the D, then an upstroke and a downstroke on the open D, and then you're going to grab your ring finger on the 4th fret of the G. All right? And that's an upstroke, and that's where you're going to start your slide up again. And that's a full bunch of brushes right there. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, and then you end up on the open A. Okay, so let's play the first line up into this point. 3 and 4 and. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and he's sliding with his middle finger on the A string from the 4th fret to the 5th fret. So 4, 5, open E, upstroke on the 4th fret, back to the open A, la da 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 da. So okay, so let's play this whole line. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, let's do that one more time, just a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, and go. And it might be a little bit tricky getting cleanly from the double stops to the 4th fret of the A. But that's something to practice. So you're going to be brushing the open A just a little bit on the double stop. Okay, so now let's look at the second half of the first line of the C. This is getting into the really tricky stuff here. Okay, so a full double stop brush on the 9th fret of the G and the 7th fret of the D where we started out. And then he's sliding down. All right. And he might be hitting just a little bit of that open D on the way down. All right, so that's a sound you can try to go for. And this is getting into the tricky business here. That's open G, 8th note, 4th, open. Then he goes to the 5th fret of the D, open, 4th, open. So dum, boom, 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 boom. So that whole bit. All right, so this is the second half of the first line of the C. And then here's the ending lick. Let's listen to that again. And this is one of the hardest moves in all of Monroe's music. All right, so let's break that down a little bit. It starts off 2-5 on the G and then 2-5 on the D. So 2-5, 2-5, and then 4-7. So you're doing the first move with your first and your ring finger, and then the next move is going to be with your middle finger and your little finger. 4th fret to the 7th fret. So da 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 da, and then 4-5. All right, so do do da 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 da, and then he's kind of ending it, starting on the 2nd fret, up to the 5, 6, and sliding into the 7, into the drone with the A. So that whole lick. All right, so let's play that lick. Just because it's so hard, we need a lot of practice with that. Let's play that lick kind of slowly over and over again, about 4 times in a row. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Again, go. Again. Again. So this is halfway through the C part. Let's play the first half, which is what we have learned so far. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. All right, so now let's listen to the second half of the C. It sounds like this. Let's listen to that a little slower. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so it's a lot the same. The big differences are, instead of the rhythm going like this, kind of anticipating the downbeat of the beginning of the C part, he just kind of charges into it this time, and it's more definite. So the first time we went, and this time we're going, and the slide down is basically the same. The first time we did all that business, which was like, and then this time he's going like this. This is one of the coolest notes and sounds in all of bluegrass, and it's the 3rd fret of the D that he's hitting there. So after the slides, so that little lick right there, open 4, 0, 5, 0, 3, 0, dum, bo, da, da, bum, bum, bum. And he's sliding. From this time from the 5th fret of the G and the 3rd fret of the D all the way up. And to my ear, he's not sliding this time, but he's individually articulating those notes on the 4th and 5th fret. So the first time and this time it sounds more like. All right, so this whole bit right here. All right, so now let's look at the last line of the C. Sounds like this. All right, so he's going back to that 4th fret note there this time. This is really complicated stuff, so take it slowly. All right, so that's the lick this time. And then the ending lick of the 4th line is just a little bit different than what we did before. What we did on the 2nd line is, and this time the very ending of the C part is going to sound like this. All right, so instead of going, He's going 2, 5, 5, upstroke on the A, 3rd fret, open, la di 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 da. So that whole lick sounds like this. Bo do da 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 da, bum 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 bum. One more time. 2, 3, 4. All right, let's play that lick 4 times in a row because we need a lot of practice with it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 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 Okay. So now we are up to the 4th part, which in a way is definitely the hardest part. So let's listen to it slowly. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's halfway through the last part. Let's just listen one more time. 2, 3, 4. La da 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 da, blow do 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 do, do 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 dum bum, la do 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 do. All right, so this is kind of built off of the ending lick of the last part, the meat and potatoes of it. It does that every line. And what we need to get straight are the endings of this line. Okay, so let's look at the first one. So this first one, he's really just kind of bearing down on that 2nd fret of the D note. He's getting a little bit of the drone with the open A, but by and large it's just that 2nd fret note. Upstroke on the open A, and then 3, 0, 3, 0. So this is the first line. Second line sounds like this. 2, 5, 5, 3, open. So just like the ending of the C part. And then 1 additional downstroke on the open A, an 8th note. Okay, so let's look at the 3rd line. All right, so when it's low like this, if you want to just use that as a general pattern for each of those tricks, it's fine. It's really, really complicated to remember each of the little subtle variations that he's doing. But if you can just remember down, up, down on that 2nd fret of the D, over to the open A, and then 3, 0, 3, 0, da, 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 then you'll be good. Okay, so here is the ending of the first half of the D part. All right, so down, upstroke on the 3rd fret of the D, of the A, excuse me, and then open, then one more, open A. Okay, so let's play this first half of the D part really slowly. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. All right. So the back half of the D part is really, really close and similar to the front half. So the first 2 lines are basically the same. The 2, 2, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, ending ending there, and then the second line is through the 5th fret of the D. 8th note. The third line is a little bit different. It sounds like this. So instead of playing 3 notes on the 2nd fret of the D, he plays 2 notes, then over to the open A with 2 open A's, then the 3-0, 3-0. It's a really cool sound and really hard to play fast. When you get going fast, it's really hard, but all this stuff starts to blur together and creates the gloss, which is the good sound. So that's something to practice. So let's play that line right there a couple times in a row. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so now let's look at the very last line of the D part. It sounds like this. All right, so no 3rd fret of the A on this one. So just 3 notes on the 2nd fret of the D, upstroke on the open A, and then a downstroke. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and play through the D part really slowly. And if all these variations are frying your brain, don't worry about it too much. If you want to get them, it's going to be excruciatingly difficult and so much practice and so much listening to get it. I've been playing this tune for 25 years, and it took me about 5 hours to get all these little details together. So it may take you that long to get it under your fingers, but don't worry about it. You know, if you're getting close, you're getting to the heart of the tune, that is the good stuff. All right, so let's play this D part together. 1, 2, ready, and go. Let's play that a little faster. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so that's the end of the tune. Let's have a little look at the ending lick, which sounds like this. Alright, so the first little part. So that's he's bouncing off the open E and the open A. 5, 3, 2. So in between all those notes, 5, open, 3, open, 2, open, then down to the A string. 5, open, 3, open, 2, open, open. And then he's going 5, 2, 5, 2 to get down to the ending lick. So it's basically the last line of the D, the ending lick of the D. Down, up, down on the 2nd fret of the D, over the A string on an upstroke, and then one more A string. So the whole ending lick. A little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so that's the end of the teaching part. Let's go ahead and play through the whole thing very slowly. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. And. right, so let's go ahead and play it up to speed. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so there you go, getting to the heart of Bill's recording of Old Ebenezer Scrooge. If you've made it thus far, you are putting in a massive effort to learn this stuff. So just remember that this is a level 10 challenging arrangement, and it's super, super, super hard. Bill probably couldn't play the exact same way twice in a row. Who knows? You couldn't put too much past him on the mandolin. But to try real hard and to get as much as you can, you will get to the heart of the tune. And of course, he didn't play it the same way every time. But if you can study these little nuances, it's going to teach you an awful lot about what his music was about, and the subtlety and the variation and the conscious intent and deliberation behind every little phrase. There's no extraneous licks. There's no gratuitous fingerboard gymnastics or acrobatics going on at all. It's all right in the heart of the tune, right in the pocket. He basically plays the same shape 3 times in a row on the original recording. He doesn't do a whole lot of crazy different stuff. It's right down the middle, and this is absolutely one of the best mandolin tunes of all time. So the more you can study it, play really slow, listen, play along with Bill, then you can really add a lot of nutritious sustenance to your mandolin playing world. So pick Purdy, and there you have it, Old Ebenezer Scrooge.